Hi, my name is Alejandro, and this is my section, Ask Alex Live on Facebook, where I welcome your questions and I debate about something related to starting your business or building a website or growing your business and making sales online. It just happened to me yesterday. One of my clients called me and said, Alex, I have a meeting. I set up a meeting for tomorrow morning with a person who does marketing. He wants to talk to me about SEO. Would you be able to come here in the morning and meet with him at 9 a.m.? I say, yeah, great, of course. Let's go meet with this person. Let's see what he has to say. So we set up the meeting. We met this morning. It turns out the person works for a company called RevLocal, which you may have heard of. It's a company I really don't like, and I don't like him because of experience, because I have worked with some of my customers who came from working with RevLocal in the past and didn't have a good experience. They didn't have a good experience mainly because they didn't get any results. And what can you expect? I mean, usually their representatives promise a lot, and then the business owner doesn't see any of those promises happening. Anyways, just to make it short, what we spoke about this morning, this person was talking about how they approach the SEO and how they target the map listings, something that's really trending right now. Everybody wants to be on that those three positions that on the top of the local map listings on Google, because they think they're gonna get a lot more calls. And yes, you're right. If you are on those three positions on the map listings, you do get a lot more calls. But this person was saying a couple of things that are very interesting. Number one, he was saying a website is not important anymore. You don't need to have a website, really, as long as you make it on those three, you're all set. I completely don't agree with that. That, to me, it's not correct. I definitely think most businesses should have a website that should be well designed, that should be maintained, that should be optimized. And I also don't agree that most people don't go on the website. I know if you're on the top three positions on the Google map listings for your area, that will get you a lot of calls, that will get you a lot of views, but many of those people will go onto your website. They want to see what your website looks like. They want to see what you have in there. They may want to see your testimonials inside your website, the work that you have put in there, the photos, the videos. None of that is just visible. So the way Google is changing things, Google wants to keep everything. They want to have a monopoly that works so that when a user is searching on Google, they don't have to go beyond the search. They get all the results. They get everything they want right on that front page, right on the results of the front page without clicking any further. And Google has very successfully managed to do that to the detriment of business owners. This is bad for business owners because they only get that small chance. They need to be somewhere on the results of that front page and count with the user finding the answer on those results, which usually means if the user finds the answers, they don't click further, they don't call. But that's a little bit off topic. That's more related to SEO and for businesses that really need the user to go inside the website. But the second thing that this person who works for RevLocal was mentioning, something that really caught my attention because it relates to another company that's a scam that I really don't like and that I had also bad experiences, or my clients have had bad experiences with this company, and it's called Yext. Why is Yext a scam, I think? Well, let's start by saying the reason why they propose Yext is because RevLocal is in partnership with Yext. They collaborate. I'm not sure if they belong to the same person or they have a stake, an ownership on each other's companies, but they work together, right? So he said, we need to manage all your directories. You haven't been listed in so many local directories. Your information is incorrect in so many other directories. And that's what matters when you want to be listed on the map. That's what matters when you want to be listed on the front page, when you want more views, when you want more customers, which is not really true. It does matter. You want to have correct information throughout all the local directories. But honestly, that's a small part of the SEO, of the search engine optimization. That's a small part that makes a little bit of influence into your positioning, your business positioning on the front page of Google. There are many, many, many other things that also make influence. One thing, how well optimized your website is. Again, going back to, yes, it is important to have a website. How is your website mobile friendly? What's the speed of your website, which relates to what kind of server you're using. Another thing is, how good is the content that you are displaying on your website? How useful is it for people? How much time do people spend reading the content inside your website? Another good reason why you should have a good website and why a website matters even today. And those are all signals that help Google identify how relevant your business is and to recommend your business. Another one, which is having what's called on-site SEO, meaning every single page, you should have a title, a meta keyword, a meta description. It should have images and videos that have an alt tag. If it's an image, it should have an alt tag. It's an HTML tag that mentions the keyword that page talks about. Another thing is to have external backlinks, external do follow backlinks, meaning other peers, other websites that are in the similar industry or who talk about a topic that you also talk on your website, create an article and place a backlink on that article, linking back to you, linking back to your website. That's a big thing for SEO, for search engine optimization, and for the positioning you're gonna get on your local search results, on the maps, and on just Google's listings on the front page of Google. So again, there's many things that make influence. Another one is your brand, how popular your brand is. And this is probably the most important one, something that they didn't even mention, they don't care, maybe they don't even know. But the more important, the more well-known your brand is, the name of your company, the more people search you by your name, by your brand, the more relevant your business becomes. That's why it's so important to do brand awareness in social media. What's your social proof? How many people interact with your posts, with your images, with your videos on social media? I mean, how many other websites refer traffic to you? What's the amount of direct traffic versus organic traffic? Again, there's a big list of things that influence. But again, I will say, I refer to Yext as a scam, which is again that company that works in partnership with RevLocal. The representative I met this morning that works for that company, right? So why did I say that? What is Yext a scam? Yes, they somehow managed to have also some sort of a deal with Yahoo, many of the directories that manage small businesses listings, directory listings. So you create an account with Yext and you put in the business name, the address, the phone number, and what the business is about, the category, and by magic, they update your information throughout all of these directories, hundreds of directories, which this guy said was the only thing that mattered. Again, that's just a small portion, but yes, it still matters. So the problem comes when you stop advertising. Say you stop this agreement, even if it's month to month, even if it's for a whole year, who cares? But the second you stop the agreement with RevLocal, they also cut the agreement. They stop the agreement also with Yext. And what happens when you stop that agreement, when you stop paying them? Guess what? All your listings get removed, every single one of them. They go back to having the same information that you had before, either missing information, incorrect information, or you're just not listed at all on those directories. There's nothing you can do. They say that's in the terms and conditions, it's in the agreement that you sign with them, that's the way it works. There's another way, there's a hard way, which is you're not working with these companies, which is what I recommend. And it's building your own list of directories. It takes time, it takes more effort, it takes money. You have to pay money to someone to manage this for you. But when they do it and they do it right, then you have access to all these listings. You have access to all these places. You have a username and password. And if you stop paying at some point, you have the control. You are the manager, the administrator, and you don't lose everything. But again, this was just a little rant I really wanted to bring about or to talk about, because those are two companies that I could give some more examples of past clients who work with this company called RevLocal and Yext, and some of the reasons why they didn't like it, and they came to me or to some other advertiser to change the way and to change the approach. I think the approach that you do with your advertising should be an approach that is focused on the long-term goals of your business. You should be doing everything right. You should be building everything that will be good for your business today, tomorrow, and a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Not trying to take shortcuts, not trying to cheat by using, small landing pages or with this thinking that websites don't matter anymore and that you just have to be getting on that map results, and that you do that just by getting all your directory listings correct and you'll be on top of everybody else. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Also, think about it. Say you are a bread store business, you sell bread, but there's 20 other bread store businesses in your town. You have to compete with each one of them. So if all 20 of them are doing exactly the same thing, they're doing the RevLocal and Yext, which is for the local business listings, directory listings, then how can they promise, if that's what works according to them, how can they promise all 20 businesses to be on the 3 local map results of Google? I mean, you can fit 20 listings in 3 results. Only 3 fit there. So I would like to know. I mean, if that's what really matters, just having a small landing page, the website doesn't matter, and optimizing your business directory listings through Yext, scam, in my opinion, I mean, then it's impossible. So if you're a business owner, don't believe these ideas of it's quick and easy and everything else you're doing is going to take too much time and too much money. Yes, sometimes it does take too much time and too much money. So that's the truth. And that's why some people make it and some people don't and some people quit. But if you go with the idea that there's some of these companies that by magic and have this quick solution that will just get you there right away, then you're off for a disappointment. And again, I welcome your questions. Anything you want to ask, just post it on Facebook with the hashtag AskAlexLive, AskAlexLive. I'll follow those closely, so I'll be looking forward to that and to respond to any questions you have. Thank you.